play any part, wasn't really expected to, because his last competitive match was on the 4th of May. In come fullbacks Dave Mackay and Joni Hernandez, and last season's top scorer Steve Lovell. Gary Brady drops down to the bench. Brent Sancho, who was away with Trinidad during the week, and Tom Cowan are the players to drop out altogether.
Jim Duffy today looks as if he's going to play a 4-3-3 system, certainly from the start of the game. It's a very attack-minded formation, which has worked for Dundee previously against Old Firm. Novo, Caballero and Lovell, the three who will play right up front. When they don't have the ball, their first job will be trying to stop Celtic building from the back. And that man, number 10, Georgi Namzadze, he's the one that Jim Duffy will be looking for to supply the front three.
Significant absentees for Celtic in Johan Mjalby, Jos Valharan, Ulrich Laursen and Paul Lambert, who are all injured, and Chris Sutton, who's completing his suspension. Stephen Craney slots into the back three, and John Hartson gives Celtic a big boost, making his first league start of the season up front. Liam Miller drops to the bench, so does Sean Maloney, the Scottish under-21 match winner in midweek. Martin O'Neill will set out the formation in his usual style, but one wonders, Sandy, if Celtic might be forced into going with a back four.
Well, you're right what you say, Rob. It looks as if it's the normal system to start with. But the Dundee front three are causing problems. And then Jackie McNamara, he'll start midfield today. He's versatile enough to move back to form a back four. But when you look at the other end of the field, Henrik Larsson will be delighted to see big John Hartson partner him up front today, allowing the Swede to pick up the second ball, the bits and pieces that come about when Hartson plays.
Well, 10 of the 11 Dundee players who drew in that match in April towards the end of last season are starters again here today. The odd man out, you've seen him going through the frame, Nacho Novo. Mark Burchill had his place at that point, but there's no doubting the young Spaniard is well worth his starting place for Dundee at the moment, with 6 goals already. He's hot, so is Jackie McNamara, with a couple of excellent outings for Scotland in the last 7 days. He takes the captain's armband with Paul Lambert missing, and Jackie McNamara goes through the 20 caps barrier for Scotland, and he looks now to be a mainstay with Bertie Vogts, if not with Martin O'Neill. John Hartson is back, and as you heard Martin O'Neill saying just now, it's actually a boost for him this week. Usually there's the club v country battle, but on this occasion he's happy that Hartson is featured both in Milan against Italy and in Cardiff against Finland for Wales. Magnus Hedman gets the goalkeeper's jersey, keeps it because he started against Livingston in Celtic's last match, and that means Scotland number 1 Rob Douglas is on the bench. Jim Duffy is heading towards that bench, not the same one, but not far away. Chick will be keeping tabs on him, obviously, and Dundee have made a pretty good start to the season, picking up Premier points. The aforementioned trackside reporter there, through to the first round of the UEFA Cup, having got through the mission to Albania, and 7 points already accumulated so far in the league, so not bad, but things get tougher now for Jim Duffy and Dundee, with Celtic today and Rangers at Ibrox in 2 weeks' time. They'll need Georgi Namzadze to be at his influential best. He's top class in the middle of midfield, and he will need to be on top form today to counter what Celtic have to offer, because Celtic are undoubtedly weakened by significant absences from the side today, but there's still bags of quality about what Celtic can put on show here. They're already 2 points behind Rangers in the Championship, having drawn at Dunfermline on the opening weekend, and they want to start building up some momentum, and they certainly don't want to drop any further behind, with Rangers today at home to Dunfermline. So it's Dundee against Celtic. Dundee with bags of belief, none more so than Nacho Novo. What a lively start from Dundee with just 20 seconds gone. The long ball from Wilkie released Novo, and just for a moment you wondered if we were going to be talking 1-0 already.
There'll be certainly a chance, Rob, there's no doubt about that. I'm just looking early on at the Celtic. They're actually playing a back four. Jackie McNamara is playing right back, and that's maybe why they get caught out there with a long ball over the top. We'll see it here. It's just a long ball forward, but Novo, he's on his bike, he's away nice and early. Bargan Baldi got a little bit square. He just couldn't really get there, lost his foot on the way through.
And you just wonder there whether the pitch is actually too good quality at this stage of the season, because the ball really sat up, didn't it? It was almost like a wedge into the green, a little backspin on it.
I don't think, Rob, you get any complaints from the players about the condition of the pitch.
Looks good.
Great. Yeah, looks great for passing the ball.
Stan Varga to Stephen Craney. Craney finding it easier to play international football at the moment for the under-21 Scotland side than force his way into the Celtic team, but injuries give him an opportunity here. Good step over by Larsson, but Lee Mayer saw it coming. Good defending from the youngster, who might well be cementing a place in the side this season with Zurich Isnishvili gone. Gavin Ray won his 6th Scotland cap in midweek in the Westfalen. Not should have touched Lee Wilkie. Unfortunate there that Hartson didn't nip it away from him. Recovered well, the Dundee central defender. Didier Gats. McNamara. Smith got himself in the way. There's Lee Mayer grappling with John Hartson, again doing well. Now with a Gat. Stepped on the ball. McNamara's cross. Wilkie taking command. Caballero causing problems for both Balde and Petrov. Lovely touch on the ball, Fabian Caballero. Brilliant control. Gets the better of Neil Lennon. Now racing away from Didier Gat. Twisting away from McNamara. Gets a second chance off Craney. Nacho Novo trying to pick up the pieces. Corner kick. Great pressure from Dundee. Brilliant play from Caballero.
That's magnificent for Fabian Caballero. That man there, Nacho Novo, didn't really fall for him, but Caballero just didn't give things up. Picked up the ball in the middle of the park, driving at people, working so hard, gets the break here, eventually gets it through by luck to Novo. That's a poor first touch. That's why he couldn't get a shot on target. But right away, Caballero's causing problems, Rob. He's drawn off the front.
Georgian Mzadze's corner, Lee Mayer's shot. It's deflected over the top. We were talking about his promise at the back. He was almost decisive up front there.
It's a good start from Dundee. It's a corner kick. It's just a little flick there, a touch on it, and John Hartson actually does well there.
Mzadze's corner kick, just too high for Lee Wilkie. The Georgian playmaker again. An audacious attempt at releasing Gavin Ray down that touchline. Brilliant skills, and Dundee bursting with confidence, it seems.
It started very well. They're causing problems, Rob, with the system they're playing today.
But they could always be undone by Henrik Larsson. Free kick against him, though, for the push in the back of Hernandez.
I think Henrik Larsson's a little bit unfortunate here. He doesn't give the ball up, he never does. That, to me, is a good old-fashioned shoulder charge.
Well, we spoke about the 1-1 game in April. There was, of course, the 1-0 Celtic game that we covered live as well. That was a year ago when Henrik Larsson scored that classic goal from the edge of the area, having crossed from the right-hand side of the pitch and then chipped it into the top corner almost exactly 12 months ago. Novo, lively, but snuffed out that time by Neil Lennon. Alan Thompson drills it for Henrik Larsson, but Lee Wilkie well over the top of him. Varga, as Celtic try to settle. Dundee unwilling to let them do so. And it's been Dundee who've been the early threat to score. Again, that's great work from Mayer. That's not bad either for Nacho Novo, and it just makes it through to Magnus Hedman. Good use of the ball. Early balls being played from central defence by Dundee, and everything at the moment aimed at Novo.
The tactics from Dundee are fairly simple, Rob. Just get the ball, try and turn the Celtic back four, try and use Novo's pace, and it's working well.
Henrik Larsson trying to get to the ball. No chance with Lee Wilkie there. Dave Mackay, Fabian Caballero. Slick stuff from Dundee. They look the team in charge at the moment. Caballero dropping off the front, picking up possession, that time over elaborate. Stephen Craney robs him. Larsson and Hartson waiting. Again, Lee Mayer makes the right decision. Impressed with him, Sandy.
Yeah, he started really well, Rob, but Stephen Craney there should have picked out John Hartson at the back post. He was on his own, he dropped off the defender.
And Alan Thompson's use of the ball not much better, way beyond Larsson and Hartson, and it was so comfortable for Honig Hernandez to chest it back to Julian Speroni. Here's the Venezuelan Born Hernandez again. Into Steve Lovell, steps away from Stilian Petrov. Hernandez looking to benefit from the break of the ball, and a sore one for Bobo Balde.
That was a painful one, Rob. Hernandez was never going to get to the ball first. Bobo Balde very determined. Just watch his leg coming through. Catches him on the top of his foot, bottom of his ankle.
And what Celtic don't need is another injured defender.
No, I'm watching Big Bobo at this moment in time. He seems okay. He's a big lad. Takes a lot of damaging.
Yeah, takes a bit of hurting, does Bobo Balde. But with key players like Jos Valhaeren and Johan Mjalby currently missing, Celtic want to keep the ones they have on the pitch fit. Free kick given against Gavin Ray.
I tell you what, I agree with Gavin Ray. I don't think there's any way that was a free kick.
Balde pushes forward to the edge of the area. Craney's free kick. Balde had a good run at it and scores! Brilliant header from Balde. 7.5 minutes gone, and that was unstoppable. 1-0 Celtic.
He's so aggressive here, Bobo Balde. It's a high ball into the box. Go on, challenge it, fight for it, and he attacks it so well there. Real power on the ball. Saporoni looks as if he gets a touch to it, but there's so much pace on it because of the aggression, the way he attacked the ball. The goalkeeper eventually doesn't have any chance of saving that. It's a wonderful goal.
And while you may ask questions about how that was defended by Dundee, Bobo Balde was taking everything in front of him there as he kept his eyes fixed on the ball. There was no doubt that he was going to get the header, and when he got there, it was a crashing header. Julian Speroni is a good goalkeeper. He could do nothing about that whatsoever. It exploded behind the young Argentinian goalkeeper, and Dundee, who've been doing all the attacking, stunned. Gavin Ray wins another corner for the home team.
That's good play from Gavin Ray. Wanting again to run with the ball from the middle of the park. Celtic backing off him just a little bit too much, I'm sure, for Martin O'Neill's comfort there.
Bobo Balde, goal stopper, goal scorer. Mzadze's delivery for Dundee, aimed at Wilkie, headed away by Varga. Dave Mackay is under the awkward bouncing ball. Nothing's too difficult for Mzadze, is it? And that's well won by Craney. Larson back in field for Petrov.
It's a handball there.
Yeah, free kick for Dundee, given against Petrov. Quick free kick from Mzadze, trying to catch out the Celtic defence. Balde reacted quickly, sensing it was heading for Novo. It's another corner kick.
I think that's 4 corner kicks for Dundee, and they're a goal down. They've only played 9 minutes.
Nothing wrong, they're right again, number 4. Mzadze this time pulls it back for Gavin Ray. Lofted in. Balde's header. Here's Lee Wilkie. Couldn't keep the shot down. He scored at both ends for Dundee and for the opposition this season, but he didn't get over this at all.
He snatches at it, Rob. Vargas coming to him to close him down, making him take the ball early, and he catches the ball high in the air, and that's why it goes well over. Watch it here. He doesn't get time to let the ball drop down because of Vargas' presence.
Little nudge by Hartson on Ray. And while Martin O'Neill might be a little bit alarmed at the amount of attacking Dundee have done in the early stages, look at the top corner of your screen. Dundee 0, Celtic 1. Any concerns, Sandy, about how Dundee defended the corner kick?
No, not at all, Rob. I don't think there's anything you can do about that. It's a good ball in from Craney. It's asking to get attacked. The goalkeeper can't come for it. And Bobo Balde's maybe ran 10 yards to attack the ball. He's so big, he's so aggressive, timed it so well. He really won the header supremely well.
And it was a free kick, of course, not a corner kick, because Celtic don't have any of those so far. And Dundee pressuring Celtic all over the pitch and forcing mistakes like that one from Petrov. One of a number of players on the pitch who've had their international travels during the week. Petrov with Bulgaria. Jackie McNamara there with Scotland. Gavin Ray part of the international setup as well to Dave Mackay. Caballero's flick does nothing for his teammates. Varga has it. McNamara, switching play, picking out Alan Thompson. Wilkie got something on it. Barry Smith gets a little bit more. Neil Lennon. Stephen Craney, that's awkward, and out. And heading to Chick's part of the world. I wonder what he's got to say.
Well, it's a lovely day down here, Rob. Sun shining beautifully in Dundee, which is not always the case last season. I think Jim Duffy, I have to say, took the goal very calmly. I think he acknowledged the foul of the head. And what he was angry about was the award of the free kick against Gavin Ray. He didn't think it was a foul that led to the goal. Don't think Sandy did either, but Martin O'Neill obviously well pleased and pretty calm at this stage about the way Celtic are playing.
It's 1-0 Celtic, 12.5 minutes in. Barry Smith's chipped pass over Craney's head. A diving header from Balde gets it clear for Celtic. Caballero. He's got that wonderful combination of strength on the ball and brilliant touch as well, Fabian Caballero. And he certainly has the ability to square things for Dundee. So is this man, Steve Lovell, and his goal-scoring ability. No way through for Nemzadze. Now it's Hernandez. His cross blocked by Agat. Barry Smith examining the options. Nemzadze, Lovell. Spins away from McNamara. Turning back into trouble though. Neil Lennon was there. Dundee still have it. Ray to Mackay, supplying some width. Three in the middle. But it's straight down the throat of Global Balde. Mackay tries again. Nemzadze chips it over the head of Craney, but not the final ball that Dundee were looking for. Nemzadze obviously a contender, you would think, to be man of the match. 09011 110876. Coles Cross 25 pence for the man of the match competition. Assigned man of the match top. Bank of Scotland Family Match Day. Digital radio are the prizes on offer. Agat into the feet of Hartson. Hooks it back. But Gavin Ray is there. Edmund to Craney. Thompson. With Gavin Ray snapping quickly in at the back of the Celtic midfielder. Here he is again. Lovely use of the ball. Picking out Henrik Larsson. In for Stilian Petrov. The run from midfield. That was a crucial interception. Danger not over with Agat. But now time for Dundee to work the ball clear. That was so important. The intervention there from Lee Mayer, who's been an outstanding defender in the early stages of this match for the home team. And it was he who got enough on that to possibly prevent Celtic making it two. Steve Lovell. Positive, forceful. But he's surrounded by hoop shots. And that's a Celtic throw.
Good pressure from the Celtic defenders there. That was great play a few minutes ago from Celtic, Rob. Not just the final ball into the box, but the build-up down the left-hand side involved in Craney, Thompson, and a great run from Henrik Larsson.
McNamara for Larsson, heads it infield for John Hartson. Drags it wide of Lee Wilkie. Hartson waiting for reinforcements, but the deflection might work for Larsson. Julian Speroni solidly behind the shot. That was a chance.
It was a chance. Certainly a break for Henrik Larsson on the edge of the box.
It's Caballero bursting clear of Varga. In comes Agat to make a good challenge, but Caballero prods it back to Smith. Nemzadze to Hernandez. 3 targets. That won't find any of them. Far too close to keeper Hedman to be any problem to Celtic.
that type of ball from Hernandez, Rob, into the Celtic box would cause them a lot of problems. High balls in, the goalkeeper plus Varga and Bobo Balde will deal with that without a lot of problems.
Petrov, McNamara, Balde. Celtic have composed themselves since that opening flurry, in which Dundee had them stretched more than once. But crucial was the fact Dundee didn't take their chances, and when a chance cropped up for Celtic from the Craney free kick, Bobo Balde snapped it up in some style. His first goal of the season, and Celtic in front. Agat for Hartson. Taken away from him by Ray. Smith did well. Lovell knocked over by Lennon, free kick. It didn't really merit the response from the Dundee fans, I don't think, there, but it was Neil Lennon involved, so that totally explains it. Lovell's flick to Novo, and Steve Lovell gets it back. Varga under pressure. But here was the chance at the other end for Henrik Larsson.
It's a chance for Larsson here.
Well, we'll see it eventually. Hernandez and Caballero combine. You don't want to commit yourself when Fabian Caballero's got the ball at his feet. Good defending though from Balde against Ray, lets it go. And you may feel as if you've heard this before, but let's have a look at the Larsson chance.
This is the Larsson chance eventually. He gets the break of the ball, but there's only one thing in his mind here. I'm going to hit target, going to make the goalkeeper make a save. It's right down his throat, but how many times have we seen from that era Henrik Larsson sticking the ball in the back of the net?
Larsson and Hartson, a strong combination. Good defending from Hernandez, who ushered it back to Speroni as John Hartson was desperate to get in there to score his first goal of the season. Caballero taken out late, got the pass away, no great advantage to Dundee. And it's a free kick.
It's a challenge from Stephen Craney on Gavin Ray. Don't think there was too much in it. It's certainly a free kick the first time. We'll see here Caballero playing the ball in the way. Agat catches him just a little bit late, stumbles over him more than anything else. Referee played advantage there. But this is the one he gives the free kick. There's contact made. Stephen Craney doesn't touch the ball at all, so they get it done right.
Yeah, Craney came off second best as well because Gavin Ray unaffected by that challenge, but Stephen Craney clearly is needing some treatment. And the team doctor is being brought on to have a look at Stephen Craney. So this could be serious, and this could be a big problem for the 22-year-old defender. And while we look at one young defender, let's have a look at another one as well. Lee Mayer of Dundee, who's made a lot of important contributions to this match. Here's another one.
He does really well here. Agat's coming onto this ball, but Lee Mayer stands up. Actually, I think it's Hernandez that hits eventually on the way through. But Lee Mayer, he started the game really well, Rob. His timing of the tackle's been good. But the bit I like about him is the fact that when he gets the ball at the back, he's not one to just put the ball up the park for the sake of it. He tries to play passes from the back, and he's very aware of trying to look for Novo over the top.
Chick, what news?
Yeah, they're going to give Stephen Craney a minute just to make a decision on him. The doctor's just signalled to Martin O'Neill 1 minute, then we'll get a decision of whether he can continue.
Full of concentration, Magnus Hedman. Dundee looking to make it 1-1. Mzante and Hernandez over the ball. It's for Lee Wilkie. Deflected, and Hedman stopped it going behind for a corner.
Unlucky the free kick. Obviously off the training ground, everyone expecting maybe Caballero to have the shot. But Lee Wilkie coming up from the back, hits it fairly well. It's going for a corner kick. We give Hedman credit for being on his toes and getting across his box.
And it was Neil Lennon who closed the shot down very quickly indeed, as Lee Wilkie was lining it up. Hernandez for Novo. Celtic survive. Novo took the wrong decision there. He flipped the ball up and Varga was able to head it clear. Chick again.
Yeah, I think Stephen Craney has finished actually in this game. They've just switched tactically. They've taught Alan Thompson move into left back, still in Petrov to move left, but I've just had the indication Stephen Craney's part in this game is finished, and Celtic will make the change. And I do think that it's going to be Liam Miller who's coming on.
Just in your own time, no hurry. So if Chick thinks it's Liam Miller, I think we can count him out of the equation. Hernandez to Caballero. Gets the better of Agat. Caballero's shot off Balde. Lovell is there. Hernandez again. Needed a good ball and that wasn't it. McNamara in the way. Mzadze looking at ways of unlocking Celtic. Now Ray. Good skill from Gavin Ray. 4 lined up in the box for Dundee. Hernandez looking to get in behind Agat. Unsuccessful so far.
That's actually a good defender, Rob, from Celtic. They're a man down and a man short. They're trying to make sure Dundee can't take advantage. And they've won the ball back. It's good play.
And Celtic with Alan Thompson standing in as a temporary left back.
Well, he's gone to left back as well. Craney's been off with the injury. I think if Chick's right, it's Liam Miller that's coming on. Thompson will stay in that position. He's quite comfortable playing there, and Liam Miller will play just in front of him on the left-hand side of midfield.
Chick gets it right, Shocker. Liam Miller preparing to come on. And he's had a bright start to the season, the youngster. Mzadze, Caballero. Hernandez heavily involved in the last few minutes. That's aimed at Novo, but no great problem for Stan Varga. Caballero with a delicate chip over the head of Balde. Varga covering in behind. The bounce beats Hartson. Near to Mzadze. Loses it to Petrov. Larsson. Celtic have 3 against 3 for the moment. It came off Meir. Larsson again and settles for the corner.
That's good play from Celtic, Rob, middle of the park. George and Mzadze wanted too much time in the ball and still in Petrov stole it off him.
Celtic making their change. 22-year-old Liam Miller has been a regular feature in the first team this season. He replaces Stephen Craney. It's a big blow for Craney because he gets so few chances to shine in the first team. And the concern there was that could be a fairly serious injury. Alan Thompson's corner, headed away by Smith. The substitute on the ball immediately, Miller. Not shy, is he? Lovell, good pass. Nacho Novo. Back goes Didier Agat. There was shirt tugging going on. Who was the offender? Agat might be walking for this. It's a red card. Didier Agat sent off for the last man shirt pull on Nacho Novo. Just when it looked as if Agat's pace alone would get him there without any infringement.
I tell you, Rob, I'm interested to see this again. I don't think this is a free kick. It's my first impression. I think Didier Agat catches him by his pace alone, and it's the two of them then trying to fight for the ball. Novo's got a start on him, he's away. But what's it? There's maybe a little tuck there if anything, but they're both at it, and Novo goes down very, very easily. Just watch this bit here. Let's see if you think this is a free kick. I think they're both at it. I think that's 6 and 2 threes. I think he's very unfortunate. Agat's pace got him back. That saved the day.
And you could see from the expression in Martin O'Neill's face, it was a smile, but it was not a smile of pleasure or enjoyment. It was a wry smile. And John Robertson alongside him was furious, and you can see why, because if there was an infringement there, it may well have been Novo's. And Didier Agat didn't need to pull him back because Agat's pace was going to get him there anyway.
He got in front of him. I tell you what, Rob, young Liam Miller might be in trouble as well with his manager. He gave the ball away at the edge of the box to create the chance.
Didier Agat off, Celtic down to 10 men. Caballero's free kick hits the wall. Dave Mackay can put this back in. Was it a push on Steve Level?
The referee's giving it the other way.
It goes the other way. I certainly thought I saw a push on the Dundee striker with that ball in the air.
I think it's two big guys going for the ball again, Rob. When we see it coming in here, there'll be lots of bodies getting in about it. Lovell's at it. Jackie McNamara's maybe pushing Lovell a little bit. Lovell's pushing Hartson, so really a hard one for the referee.
Well, that's interesting. It seemed to me there's a push on John Hartson. There's also a push on Steve Lovell. It's like a concertina effect there, and it depends which one you reckon was first.
Well, that's a hard one for the referee. He's just saying off a Celtic player. I don't think Martin O'Neill would be too pleased with him if he'd given a penalty kick there.
Chick, am I safe to assume that Martin O'Neill is fizzing at the moment?
I think that's one of the words I'm about to use, Rob. I have to say that as Didier Agat passed him, he had no blame whatsoever as Didier Agat. He gave him a pat in the back, actually, and obviously feels he's blameless. Just tactically, they pushed Jackie McNamara over to the right side. Sandy will pick up that in a moment, but he's been busy getting instructions to his team, which obviously is the thing to do. But he is absolutely blazing about the ordering off. And Didier Agat has been ushered into the dressing room, where, of course, has joined Stephen Craney.
Yeah, fizzing is one F word. Possibly were several others as well, but as we know, we have to bleep those out if we can. Don't mention the daily swear. Gavin Ray heading for the byline, prevented from going out by Neil Lennon. Well, this match has taken off in some style. It's been an incredible first 28 minutes, packed with incident. And Dundee now will see a way back in. Lovell's overhead kick. McNamara's clearance. Goal kick.
It's been an incredible 28 minutes of full of excitement, as you say. I'm just watching the Celtic line-up at the moment. John Hartson is playing up front on his own, and Henrik Larsson, maybe it's just the pattern of play has brought Larsson back to midfield, but young Liam Miller, he's now playing the right-hand side, so Celtic could well go 4-3-2. I'm pretty certain Larsson will get up beside John Hartson there.
If you've just joined us, you've missed a fair bit already. Celtic 1 up, and Celtic down to 10 men with Didier Agat having been sent off. But if the kickoff hadn't been delayed, just think, be positive, you would have missed even more. Hearts Rangers next weekend is the live match at Tynecastle. That should be another good one from 2:30 Sunday. And Martin O'Neill is still raging on the touchline, and the fourth official is going to have a very busy Saturday lunchtime.
You can understand Martin O'Neill's frustration, Rob.
Celtic under pressure defensively as they try to reshuffle, Sandy.
Yeah, it's, I'm just watching Henrik Larsson. I think Martin O'Neill's doing the wise thing. He's got his back four now. Liam Miller's playing wide on the right-hand side. We see him closing the ball down there. You've got Lennon, Petrov in the middle, and Henrik Larsson's playing left-side midfield. I'm sure that's just to settle things down for the next few minutes. And we might see Larsson back up beside Hartson as the game progresses.
And that's a wasted ball from Lee Wilkie. Holds up his hand, and Nacho Novo didn't really have a chance to get in the end of that. And that gives you a view of the shape that Celtic are in at the moment, with McNamara and Thompson, the fullbacks, on either side of the back four. A midfield four with Henrik Larsson featuring for the moment, and Liam Miller right side. John Hartson the sole striker. Dundee able to be in the same shape they started with. And they've played really well and will consider themselves unfortunate to be a goal down.
They will be, Rob. They've had lots of good passing movement, won a few corner kicks, but really Headin's not had too much to do so far, and that maybe is the one thing that's concerning Jim Duffy. But they're going to get a lot of the ball now. It's important for guys like Mzanzi and Caballero to get on the ball and try and create an opportunity to get back in the match.
That's out before Henrik Larsson got there. Yes, Dundee looking to work the goalkeeper in the same way that Scotland were looking to work Oliver Kahn on Wednesday in Dortmund. It didn't happen very often, and so far the Swedish international pretty much untested. Neil Lennon chasing. Mayer to Caballero. Stan Varga just can't get near the ball. Ray for Hernandez. Short with a pass for Caballero. Petrov intercepts and has a free kick. What do Dundee do to try to capitalise, Sandy, against the 10-man Celtic?
Well, at the moment, Rob, Dundee, they're going to have an awful lot at the ball at the back. You've got John Hartson up there and you've got 4 Dundee players against them. I think Dave Mackay and Honey Hernandez, the 2 fullbacks, they're going to be vital in this game. They're going to have to push forward quite a bit to try and stretch Celtic in the wide areas and try and get good possession far up the park to get good delivery into the box to create chances.
Wrestling going on between Mayer and Hartson. Dougie McDonald took the decision that time. It was 6 1/2 a dozen. He might have taken that decision earlier before Agat was sent off. Novo shot, comfortable for Magnus Hedman. Didn't really catch it, Dundee's top scorer.
He won't trouble the goalkeeper with that type of shot, Rob. I was watching Dundee as they broke forward there. There was only Lovell and Novo up the pitch and 4 Celtic defenders back. So that type of situation, Celtic are not going to, Dundee are not going to take advantage of extra man.
It's offside against John Hartson. Well, there were shouts about a penalty a few moments ago, but well, I don't think so,
no.
Sandy.
Now, that's 2 guys going for the ball again, Rob. You're allowed to challenge for the ball. 2 big guys, the ball is knocked up high into the air. They're both allowed to fight each other, if that's the right way of putting it, but they're not breaking the rules of the game.
It's a good tussle, that one, between Hartson and Mayer. Chick is listening to what Jim Duffy's saying at the moment.
I think he's worried that his team are sitting in too deep. He's trying to get his back line to push forward a little bit and press the game. We've seen it so many times, Rob. Teams find it difficult to play 11 against 10. He thinks they've got to push on, squeeze the game much more to get that back line forward.
Larson on the ball. Plays it off Dave Mackay and out for the Celtic throw.
Good intelligent play from Henrik Larsson. Knew exactly what he was trying to do there.
John Hartson well equipped to hold the ball up. Lennon to Petrov. The Slovakian international Varga. The Guinea international Bobo Baldi. And Scotland's Jackie McNamara now. Celtic using the ball well. The passing and the movement has to be good from Celtic now. 1 man down. Larson's pass was short for Liam Miller. Dundee's throw.
You're right what you say there, Rob. It's important when Celtic have the ball now. They're a man down. They've got to keep possession, keep a hold of the ball, get support to Hartson and try to keep the game as far up the park as possible in the Dundee half. The fact that Celtic are in front makes a big difference as well. They don't have to chase the game to win all 3 points. All they have to do for the next just under an hour is to make sure they don't lose a goal.
Hartson against Mayer. Lee Mayer claiming that's a goal kick. Dougie McDonald and his officials think otherwise. It's corner.
Say, Rob, I was looking at Dougie McDonald there and the assistant referee, and none of them could make their mind up whether it was a corner kick or a goal kick.
Yeah, it was one of those, what do you think? What do you think? Moments.
I don't know what you're saying, we were looking at them as well, we weren't sure.
Yeah, a couple of ricochets on its way behind. The left foot of Alan Thompson plays it in. Balde was there. Peroni touched it away. It's a free kick against the Celtic defender, but he is a massive threat at these set pieces.
It's so good in there, Rob. He's so aggressive. Speroni, I don't think there's any question this is a free kick, but Bobo Baldi's attacking the ball. If the goalkeeper doesn't get a hand to it, Bobo maybe gets the ball, but as soon as he makes contact with the ball, changes the direction, he's going to make contact with the keeper, and that's what makes it a free kick.
I think I may have called him Peroni there. That was wishful thinking on my part. Wilkie to Ray, 2 Scotland internationals in the Dundee side. It's Varga and Wilkie again. Good aggressive defending from Lee Wilkie. Mzante's pass delivered with the outside of the right boot for Nacho Novo. That's for Steve Level. Didn't keep the header down. What a chance to make it 1-1.
I think Level's unlucky here, Rob. Novo does really well. He tries to knock it back across the goalkeeper to Hedman's left-hand post high in the air. It really puts too much on it, knocking it well over the crossbar. He can't get power on it, he can't put it down the way. It's going to be blocked, it's going to be saved. So he's trying to lob it over the top. Just too much on the ball.
Steve Lovell seemed almost as if he'd too much time there under the ball to decide how he was going to attack that. And in the end, he got underneath it when he wanted to get over it and power it down and into the net behind Magnus Hedman. That was an opportunity for Dundee, and they're looking to create some more. Eight minutes away from half-time, give or take a minute or so of stoppage period. There's a foul by Petrov on Smith. Hernandez looking for Novo. Varga defended it well. Now with Liam Miller, the 22-year-old Irishman. Mzante. Larsson's challenge on the Georgian thwarted him. John Hartson ploughing a lone furrow up front for Celtic now. But he knows all about that from his role in the international side with Wales. Very often plays as a solitary attacker for Mark Hughes' team. I'll remind you of the man of the match telephone number there if you want to take part. Sandy will decide later. Larsson to Thompson. Alan Thompson has scored in Celtic's last 3 SPL games. He's become a crucial part of Martin O'Neill's team, Thompson, with his ability and also his drive and determination. That's Hernandez with the interception. Caballero holds off McNamara. That's a Dundee free kick. He's such a difficult player to play against for any defender.
He's so strong, Rob. He protects the ball so well. He's got a very good first touch, which buys him time to get his right balance.
Mackay's pass intercepted by Stan Varga. Neil Lennon helps it on its way to Liam Miller. Celtic happy with what they've got at the moment, which is a 1-0 lead, courtesy of Bobo Balde's goal.
I'm not too sure, Rob, if that's the right way to play. Celtic only one up front. It's so unusual for them doing that. And really, you know, the longer the game goes, the more chance they have of getting all 3 points. But if they do lose a goal, it's going to be very difficult for them to change it.
But has the way Dundee have played in this first half made them cagey?
Well, it's a compliment to Dundee, the fact that, you know, we're watching Henrik Larsson play left side of midfield. Can't remember ever seeing that before.
Mistake by Miller, capitalised on by Mzanti. Now Caballero. He's a joy to watch, Fabian Caballero, when he's on this sort of form.
Just a little note about there, Rob, between Neil Lennon and Fabian Caballero, just after the ball was played there.
Free kick given against Dave Mackay. Doesn't like the decision one little bit. If you're a lip reader, you'll probably guess that.
I think this is the one we'll see. That's a free kick down the left-hand side. I don't see too much in that one.
Surely that's just using your body to protect the ball. I mean, he had the ball.
Well, it's not too far away from the position that Celtic got the opening goal in this game.
And they weren't happy with that free kick ruling either.
Bobo Balde's up again.
Stan Varga making a late decision to push forward as well. And Celtic might just feel capable of winning this match at set pieces. Larsson's delivery. Hernandez with the header. Then Gavin Ray drops for Petrov just about. Important challenge from Caballero. Larsson again, driven in with a lot of pace, but too close to Julian Speroni. Nearly 41 minutes gone at Dens. Dundee 0, Celtic 1. It's intriguing. Hernandez pass cut out by Jackie McNamara, doing the same sort of job there for Celtic that he's done in the last couple of games for Scotland, at home to the Faroes and away to Germany. O'Neill might tweak things at all during the half-time interval, or is he happy with this, Andy?
Rob, I'm just watching the moment. See the way Dundee are allowing Celtic to play just now, pass the ball across the back, no pressure on them. I think Martin will let things be if things stay that way. But if I was Jim Duffy, I tell you what, I'd be putting players right up onto the Celtic back four so that they can play passes from there, press them as far up the park as possible to try to win the ball back and create opportunities.
And I think Chick can maybe just confirm that for us.
Yeah, it's obviously a live link between Sandy and Jim Duffy, because that's exactly what he's saying. Get them forward, don't let them play in there, press the game much more. It's astonishing the way Dundee are sitting back at the moment. Jim Duffy aware of that. He's out just screaming at them to get forward a little bit. You can see him. I just put some words into his mouth from there.
Chick, I think that's maybe the future. We get all wired up between the coaches and the commentary team. I think we can all work well together.
Put us out of job, son.
Good point. Mayer under pressure from Hartson. Miller held out by Mayer, who recovered well. Alan Thompson, good run. Getting better by the moment. Hartson for Petrov. Hernandez flung himself in the way of the shot.
I'm not too sure where the ball catches Hernandez here, but good play from Celtic. I think Petrov could maybe just take it over the top of Hernandez there. Hernandez would have been hit with the ball, would be wishing to take the ball over the top of him maybe. This is a sore one. If it just flicks it over him, Rob, he's beyond them. The defender's committed.
I think it caught him in the Hernandez, to be perfectly honest. Or maybe slightly higher. He felt the power of the shot from Petrov, no doubt about that. It was a brave challenge. He knew he just had to fling himself in the path of the shot. But here's the piece of action which matters most so far. The free kick from Stephen Craney. And how's this for attacking the ball from Bobo Balde? Dundee really didn't get there, did they, Sandy?
No, they didn't, but the Dundee defenders are standing waiting for the ball coming. Bobo Balde decides, I'm going to attack the ball. He attacks it in his momentum, Rob. That's the difference. He's high up there before the ball gets to him. That's why he gets so much power on it.
Nearly 44 minutes on the clock. Thompson's corner. Vargas near post header. Well, one defender got the only goal so far. Another Celtic defender almost nipped in with number 2.
I tell you what, Rob, Jim Duffy will be raging at his defenders that the way they defended that corner kick. You've got to stay in front of the first man. Somebody should have been in front of Varga there.
2 minutes will be added, so 3 to go till the half-time whistle. We're talking about Jim Duffy. He was a great defender himself, Sandy, and I suppose that just heightens his feeling that that's not the way to defend at set pieces.
No, it's not. The rule is, Rob, you put a man in the front area to stop the near post run, to take the ball out of that area.
That's offside against Nacho Novo. Started so menacingly for Dundee, might have had the home team in front, but Celtic seem to have got to grips with him a little bit better.
Yep, Nacho Novo, he's the one I said the 2.5 chances for Dundee, Rob. The one in the first minute was probably the best one. Got beyond the back four, but didn't have the penetration to go all the way.
Hedman aiming for Hartson, missed by Wilkie. And there was a bit of panic in the central defence for Dundee as Lee Wilkie missed the long through ball. And John Hartson was desperate to get after it.
I tell you what, Rob, Lee Mayer does exceptionally well here. Wilkie misses it, but watch Lee Mayer defending really well. Gets his body in between the ball and the Celtic striker. Just ushers it out the field for the goal kick.
Lee Mayer was thrown to the ground there by John Hartson, and the Welshman just showing his frustration. And that tells you something about the first half performance from 22-year-old Lee Mayer. At the moment, it's Zurahu for the Dundee fans. Kisnishvili was an outstanding defender for Dundee, but the way Mayer has played, Dundee not noticeably missing him so far. Nearly a minute added.
Talking about the way Dundee are playing, Robert, the way to try to use the extra man. It's now they have to get the wide players. I'm watching Hernandez, he's far too far back the field.
Caballero's pass looking to release Novo. Balde blocked it. Mackay to Nemzadze. Last chance for Dundee in this first half to get things squared up. Nimzadze's pass, the overlapping Mackay, spilled by Magnus Hedman. Thankfully for him, nobody there to benefit. But it wasn't really the cutback that Dundee were looking for from Dave Mackay.
It's a great ball forward, but we see it there from that angle, Rob. It's right towards the goalkeeper. He's got to play that between the goalkeeper and the defenders to allow the forwards to have an opportunity to attack the ball. Great run, poor delivery.
Well, maybe Magnus Hedman there showing signs of the inactivity that he's had for long spells recently, with making a bit of a hash of a simple ball into the box from Dave Mackay. Half-time at Dens, it's been quite a half. Celtic down to 10 men, but they are 1 goal ahead thanks to Bobo Baldi. Let's hear from Ray Farningham of Dundee.
Ray, that was an eventful first half, but I think you and Jim felt you weren't pressing the game enough after you had the doubt to extra man.
I think when we went down to 10-man check, I think we started giving the ball away far too easily. We've got to get back to our passing game, get out wide to our full-backs and promote them forward, and then we'll hopefully cause them a few problems.
Do you expect making tactical changes in the second half?
Well, he might do that, the manager, I can't say for sure, but I'm sure he'll ask the full-backs, Hernandez and Dave Mackay, get bombing forward and get behind the Celtic back four.
To lose that first goal, I mean, Dundee played so well before that, it was a sore one to take, wasn't it?
They're always dangerous at set pieces, Celtic, obviously, with the aerial advantage that they have. But we've got to be stronger and get up against them and don't allow them a header, is what Baldi got.
OK, that ovation not for Ray and I, but for the referee. Thanks, Ray.
A half-hour delay for the start of the match, but it's proved well worth the wait. Dundee 1 man up, but 1 goal down. Can they make their numerical advantage count in the second half? They seem to slacken off slightly, maybe more than slightly, since having that 1-man advantage. No changes team-wise for the second half. Caballero, Novo and Lovell, the front three, looking for the chances to make it 1-1. Celtic, of course, 1 man down with Didier Gat, who features in that lineup. He won't feature in the second half, red carded. Dubious decision, to say the least. Can 10-man Celtic keep what they've got, which is a 1-0 lead? Could be a vital afternoon, this, even so early in the season. Dougie McDonald is the referee, and if he's looking for a quiet afternoon, he should have been somewhere else. Suddenly B&Q seems attractive.
I think in the moment we'll get a delay because the assistant referee's not too happy with the goal net behind Magnus Hedman.
I think Bobo's header maybe damaged it on its way in.
I think the concern, Rob, is that the ball could maybe slip through that little gap. Wouldn't like the referee to miss that.
Yeah, there it is. Look, there's the problem. So a half-hour delay to the first half, and here we go again. Let's hope it's not half an hour this time. But a lot of concern for Stephen Craney, who was taken off injured in the first half. It looked a bad one. Let's hope not. But Chick has the answer.
Yeah, well, it's a knee injury, Rob. I spoke to the medical staff at half-time, and I'm not quite sure just how bad it is. They want to have another look at it, but he's been getting treatment in the dressing room. But it's certainly a knee injury, and there is a little bit concern about him. Let's put it no stronger than that at the moment. But we'll seem to be ready for some football at last.
I think Neil Lennon was taking some persuasion to get back on the pitch. He was in the technical area just a few seconds ago, but suddenly realised he was standing in the wrong place. Second half underway. Dundee 0, Celtic 1. 11 players against 10. And I'm sure Dundee will have heard all about their performance latterly in that first half from Jim Duffy in the home dressing room at half-time, as they look this time to capitalise on the advantage they have and get something from this game.
You're right, Rob. Dundee, from the start of this half, they really have to go for it. You know, as the lads were saying in the studio, their Walter Smith's absolutely spot on. The front three have got to get right up the park as far as they can, especially in the wide areas. Get a midfield support up beside the central striker and don't let the back four settle. Get them on the ball, press them from the middle of the park, and make sure you're back back 2 or 3 are up as well.
Do you take somebody out of defence, Sandy, and push him further forward?
No, you commit your 2 full-backs, Rob, into the wide areas. They have to get back when necessary, but if you play the game in the Celtic half, press them as far up the park as possible, you get more chance of running the ball further up the park. And as soon as, the closer you are to the goal when you win the ball, the more chance you've got to score.
Long ball from Hernandez. Baldy there, McNamara clears. It saves much for the play of John Hartson late in that first half. But he had both Lees tied up. Wilkie and Mayer were both working full time to try to keep Hartson at bay when Celtic got the ball up to the Welshman. Here he is again. Does that so well. Liam Miller bursting onto the knockdown. Petrov in the middle. It's Miller for Petrov, not far away. And if Celtic could get a second goal, they might feel, even at this stage, that the points are theirs.
This is great play from Celtic. Hartson involved first of all, but Liam Miller trying to hold on to the ball as long as possible for Stirling and Petrov to get there. He really eventually had to play it in, and Petrov just feet away from it.
Gavin Ray on the near post, and Lemire just beside him. Petrov's corner kick. Baldy stumbled. It's kept in though by Miller for Hartson. Wide. Deflected wide. Corner kick.
I was going to say that, Rob. I thought the shot was on target. There's a decent corner kick to the back post. Liam Miller picked it up. Namzadze, I think it is there, just coming off his toe. I think, Rob, second half, Celtic will defend well, but set pieces could be their best chance of scoring a goal.
Petrov to Thompson. Levels header. Miller lofts it forward. In your own time, Lemire. Certainly took his time. Petrov, Thompson. Dave Mackay cleared that time. Liam Miller's shot blazed over the top. Takes the pressure off Dundee.
It does take the pressure off, Rob. Time and space here, young Liam Miller. It's a good effort from Alan Thompson. Across the box. Can get anything in deflection, but it's lots of time here. Just takes it too early. You've got to wait till the ball hits the ground first and then play the half volley rather than the full volley.
Dave Mackay almost ever present last season at right back for Dundee. Very solid, very reliable. Which probably guarantees he'll make a mistake in the next few minutes. No, it was Hernandez. Liam Miller. Away from Namzadze, back comes Hernandez. Lemire got the block. Namzadze dancing through the challenges. The break of the ball goes Dundee's way. Gavin Ray has been fouled by Henrik Larsson. Advantage played. And Peter McDonald wagging a warning finger in Larsson's direction. Hernandez pass cut out by Miller. Here's Liam Miller again. Doing a good job for Celtic. Hartson couldn't control the bouncing ball, it was awkward. Caballero. In for Novo. And Thompson. Georgi Namzadze. Beaten by Petrov. Still, Petrov might have to do it all himself. Turns back, trying to keep possession.
He doesn't know where to go, Rob. He ran beyond John Hartson there and really had nothing to do but try and come back the way.
Mackay for Novo, too much. And Dundee have to get a better service into their strikers.
They do. It's this is the Petrov one. He's like you see him looking across here, trying to find a teammate. He slips, loses his feet more than anything else there.
Mayer to Mackay. A young Dundee back four, as has become the trend under Jim Duffy. Hernandez, the senior defender, age 24. And he's finding himself a fair bit of room down the left side. Barry Smith Georgie Nemzadze. Now Lee Wilkie. McNamara's miscue, but Larsson gets his head to it. Neil Lennon keeps it. He's having his shirt tugged. Advantage is played. Thompson to Miller. That's Mayer. That's poor. Helped out though by Hernandez, who wins it back. Dundee huffing and puffing at the moment, but failing to find the quality ball in the final third that makes the difference. And that's poor because that gives it straight back. Celtic though can't keep it.
For me, Rob, it's the pace of the passing. They're too slow to deliver it.
The cross from Hernandez beyond Novo. Varga was there. McNamara misses it. Caballero to Smith. And Smith gets it back from Hernandez. Room in the middle for Nemzadze. Poor first touch. Second touch much better. Alde clears. Gavin Ray was trying to sprint onto the pass. Hernandez with a very poor cross. And that maybe sums it up at the moment for Dundee. But it's Celtic who are contemplating another change, Chick.
Yeah, it's going to be Momo Silla who is coming on for Celtic. And if you just talk amongst yourselves for 23 seconds, I'll be able to tell you exactly who's coming off for Celtic.
Has it got to be 23?
I think it might be John Hartson, Roll.
I think it's John Hartson who's coming off.
Henrik Larsson up front.
Is it the way that John Hartson's walking to the touchline that tells you that, Chick?
No, I think Chick and I both know our tactical game very well, and I think Henrik Larsson's lost just that little bit in left side midfield. He plays up front, and Momo Silla may well just play on this left side.
So Momo Silla on, John Hartson off. And Momo Silla will be full of running as Celtic look to hit on the break. McNamara under pressure from Lovell. Wilkie and Mayer combine well. Mackay to Nemzadze. Gavin Ray is away from Neil Lennon. Good recovery from Bobo Balde. Great timing on the challenge. Good anticipation, good reading of the game as well. Well, I didn't think that was out, but the assistant did. I wouldn't have thought that was nearly out.
No, remember, Rob, the rule is it's the whole ball has got to go over the line. There's no way that whole ball was over the line.
And the Dundee fans sympathetic, obviously, with Larsson. Barry Smith trying to drive his team forward. Needs a little bit of quality, and at the moment Dundee just can't find it.
No, they can't, Rob. We've got to find the quality in the wide areas. Hernandez is in a fair amount of the ball. There's a free kick.
Much ado about not a lot. Wilkie's challenge on Lennon, which Neil Lennon didn't fancy too much and reacted.
Just caught him no more, but surely the referee plays on. Celtic will get safe possession of the ball.
Neil Lennon reacting to the jeers of the Dundee support. Not recommended.
Silly, Rob.
Dougie MacDonald reaching into his pocket. Shows yellow to Alan Thompson. Clearly Thompson had words with the assistant after the throw was given to Dundee.
I tell you what, Neil Lennon's going to get involved as well here. He's a silly man, stay out the road.
Booking for Thompson.
I'm just watching Jackie McNamara, Rob, as captain today. He's having a word with Neil Lennon, telling him to calm down.
And I don't think the gesture from Neil Lennon's going to help anything, is it?
Nah, it's silly, Rob. It's frustration, but I'm sure it's not the first time a bunch of fans have given them a little bit of stick.
And the Dundee fans don't like you, but I don't remember them. I don't remember you replying with that sort of gesture.
You just can't see it, Rob. That's all. Nah, it's just part of the game, isn't it? Accepting, on with it.
Sila for Celtic. Gets beyond Mayer. The pull-back was tempting. Celtic couldn't get on the end of it. But that's what Sila is capable of doing. Novo's crossfield pass is way beyond level. And Varga lets it go to Hedman.
I think the disappointing part from Jim Duffy, Rob, will be the fact that Magnus Hedman still hasn't made a save in this game of any note.
Two choices for Celtic. Do they look for another goal and try to kill this off, or do they just sit in and try to protect the one-goal lead?
I think well in front, Rob, they just sit and play the way they're playing just now. If they get the ball in the safe possession in wide areas, they'll try to get support for the striker. Momo Salah at the moment's on his own, but if he takes the ball and if he holds on to the ball, then guys like Miller and Petrov, Larsson will all try to get them, support him, and hopefully get the second goal.
The big problem for Dundee at the moment is they're no great threat to Celtic.
They're not, Rob. As I said, I was trying to say earlier, the pace of the passing has got to be crisp. We've got to move the ball from right-hand side to the middle and go to the opposite side to try to stretch the Celtic defenders, try to get a bit of space in the wide areas to play quality balls into the box to give them a chance.
Celtic holding a good shape, and Dundee at the moment just can't break it down. And Zadzi is certainly capable of opening things up for the home team, but we haven't seen the best of him so far. Hernandez to Caballero, away from McNamara, but Jackie McNamara helped out by Liam Miller. Intelligent play from the young midfielder, tucking in and helping out the skipper. Dundee with the bulk of the possession, 55 to 45, but possession really tells you nothing. It depends what you do with it. And at the moment, Dundee not doing enough. Their fans are getting frustrated. Celtic, a compact unit.
Yeah, Rob, they're very well organised. Two banks of four across the field, hard to get through.
Neil Lennon can expect that from now till full time from the Dundee fans. Maybe he was just telling them the score, I'm not sure.
There, Rob, I'm watching the young Liam Miller. He's playing right side of the midfield, but he's having to work in the way to help in the middle of the park at times, and also watch for Hernandez getting forward, and he's doing the job really well for a young player. He's playing the position exceptionally well.
Celtic happy to give Dundee the ball in these sort of areas because it's not harmful. Mackay to Novo. Good movement from Nacho Novo. But slipped at a crucial moment there. That one's definitely out.
Good defending there from Varga, though.
We've played nearly an hour at Dens. Dundee 0, Celtic 1. Bobo Balde's goal. Didier Agat already changed, having been red carded in the first half. Dundee are about to make a change. Jim Duffy will obviously feel he's given the 11 on the pitch enough time to try to create something. It's not happening. Chicky has to do something. It's Juan Sara, isn't it?
It is Juan Sara, and I may be able to tell you with just a second who's coming off. I think it's going to be Barry Smith. In fact, we'll just change that. They just can change that to Dave Mackay. Right.
You're just working through the Dundee lineup.
Right in front of my very eyes. Dave Mackay it is.
Yes, that failing eyesight. Miller to Sila. Used his body well to turn Lee Mayer. Sila will now hold the ball up, wait for support. Larsson arriving in the middle. Good play from Momo Sila. Now Petrov. Back to Sila from Miller. Offside.
He's unlucky there, Momo Salah. He was really well initially, but he's just trying to get back on side here. And if young Liam Miller just holds on the ball for a second or so, I'm sure he would have got back on side. The assistant referee took a second or two, but he was right.
So it's striker on, defender off. Dundee have to go for it, and they're going to give Juan Sara half an hour to see if he can recapture the sort of scoring form he had in his first couple of seasons with the club. He scored 30 goals in his first 2 seasons with Dundee. Since then, he's shaded off. He's looked as if he might be off completely, but he's back as a Dundee player, and he knows the way to goal, Sandy.
Yeah, he's scored a few goals. He's got lots of ability, Rob. You're absolutely right. He's lost his way a little bit. But Dundee now with 4 recognised strikers on the field. Novo on the wide the right-hand side now. Caballero wide in the left, and Lovell and Sara through the middle. Barry Smith going to the right-back position.
Larsson down the line for Silla. Lee Mayer keeps it in for Barry Smith. Smith played that straight at Larsson. Larsson launched it downfield. Good challenge from Neil Lennon. It was enough to put off Caballero. McNamara and Miller on the right side.
It's now Rob Dundee have to press again. They have to close the Celtic players down. Don't allow them to pass the ball. You've got the extra man. That's much better.
Sana has his first touch, and he'll hope the second one's better. Ray to Smith. The Dundee fans want to see their team creating chances. Nemzanti to Hernandez. Baldi intercepts the cross. Georgie Nemzanti again. Hernandez cross came off Neil Lennon. Claims for handball. Not upheld. Miller to Silla. There's a lot of shot tugging going on there. Mayer wins it. Nemzanti gets it moved on to Caballero. Free kick for Dundee. Obstruction.
Caballero run with the ball again. I don't think it's a deliberate free kick, but it is a free kick. Henrik Larsson taking him out accidentally because he's went to ground.
Hernandez on his right foot, trying to get back on the left, loses possession. Celtic on the counter with Miller. One back by Nemzanti, but not for long. Silla keeps it well. And Celtic have got to be happy with the way things are going. Still one up, and there's little that Dundee seem able to do at the moment to hurt them. There's so much predictability at the moment about the way Dundee are trying to attack.
Celtic are well in control of the situation, Robin. Dundee, as I keep saying, they're too slow in the build-up. We haven't once seen them hit the dead ball line, get to the byline, get the ball across the box, giving the strikers a chance to maybe attack it, get in front of the big Celtic defenders. Every ball in the box is a high one, and an easy one for Varga and Baldi with their height and strength to win.
Sara turns away from Varga, now Caballero. Looking for obstruction again against Larsson. It's not given this time. But Dundee have it with Nemzanti, who's lost possession in the midfield an awful lot. And the frustration kicks in. He's picking up a few yellow cards this season, Georgie Nemzanti. This will be number 4. And that was born of pure frustration, because he did there what he's done a few times already and lose the ball.
It's a good tackle from Scully and Petrov, and Petrov's got in front of him. He's stronger, he's quicker, he's going to get away, and that's a tackle from behind. Cynically taking him out of the game, and an easy one for Dougie McDonald to award the yellow card. Nemzanti's got to do better as well, Rob. He's the type of player that can get the ball, pass it nice and early. really we haven't seen enough of that. It's been very slow and deliberate, as you said.
1 red and 2 yellows so far. Thompson and Mzadze booked, and Didi Agat will be back in his team blazer by now. Varga with the free kick, looking for Silla. Hernandez won the header. Dundee need patience as well, Sandy, don't they? Because Celtic are making it difficult for them, but there's still plenty of time to get a goal, or maybe even 2 goals back.
Yeah, you're right, Rob. There's a long way to go in this game. I think my assistant referees are ordering a free kick in Celtic's favour down the corner now.
Now it's Dundee's, given against Varga, in favour of Caballero.
Yeah, I think that Rob's 2 big guys going for the ball again. They're both challenging, putting their arm across each other.
If you were a ref, you'd never give a free kick, be honest. In from Mzadze. Well, again, it comes under the category we've been discussing at great length. Lofted in for Sana. Again,
that type of ball,
no joy.
That type of ball just will not hurt Celtic.
$10,647 inside Dens for this intriguing match. It's delicately poised. Celtic ahead. Dundee looking to create chances with their 1-man advantage, but it's not happening for them. 67.5 minutes played. Larsson to Thompson. Wilkie lets it run.
That's a little bit of role reversal there, Rob. Henrik Larsson from the deep area playing the ball into Alan Thompson. It's normally the other way around. Larsson's played that position well. Hasn't seen a lot of the ball, but he's very disciplined. Killing space. Then the left-hand side defensively from Celtic.
Celtic bench happy, Chick?
I can tell you that. Martin O'Neill and Stevie Wolf and John Robertson screaming at their players all the time. And a little example there, scream at Liam Miller just to sit, and he was tempted to go attack Dundee when they're bringing out the ball from the back. Martin O'Neill said just sit in, let them have the ball in these areas. And they want more too from Momo Silla, I think, as Martin O'Neill just, I think, when they go for a little refreshment. He's been talking to Momo Silla, telling him to get forward. I know he's a lone roll up front. They want more from him, get round the defence and take the ball on his own.
Steve Lovell scored 14 goals last season, and rather special goal this season because it was the first European goal for Dundee in 29 years. It came in Albania en route to the first round proper of the UEFA Cup. They'll play Perugia, and Jim Duffy is off ski after this to watch Perugia play in Parma. McNamara for Celtic. Silas Leoff. Dundee aren't short of creative players, Sandy, but they can't create here.
It's one of 2 things, Rob. Celtic, to be fair, have denied them space, and you know the big defenders at the back especially. Their timing's been good. They've won the ball exceptionally well. They've won all the 50-50s. But for me, it's still the fact that they haven't played well individually. It's been too deliberate all the time. Try and play the passes, one touch and play it, and try and switch your play nice and sharp. Take a chance. Switch it early, you've got an extra man, and see if you can get something from that. One
side of the story is that Dundee aren't making things happen, but surely the other side of the story is that 10-man Celtic are frustrating Jim Duffy's team pretty successfully here.
Well, they are. They've got the shape. The surprise for me is Henrik Larsson still playing left side midfield. Momo Silla, I know, has got fresh legs, and Momo can play in that position. He's up there to run about and try and take the ball in and hold it and take the pressure off the defenders. But Larsson can do that as well, equally as well. And I would maybe like to see Henrik up there. He's maybe more chance of getting a goal.
Sana the target for Smith. Varga won it for Celtic. Now Petrov. Silla gave it straight to Gavin Ray. Juan Sara Not a good first touch. Give it away to Varga. Late challenge by Lovell and McNamara. It's another yellow card.
Can't complain again, it's a late challenge. I think it's frustration again. Steve Lovell here. Jackie's got the ball, he's got his eye on the ball, he's going to play it. It takes his standing leg, and that's why it's a yellow.
It is frustration because Dundee see the opportunity in front of them here to get something. They just can't get it, Chick.
Yeah, Jim Duffy's shouting for more width from his team. Barry Smith, who was getting it a couple of months ago, the wide. He thinks that he has to stretch Celtic a little bit. Interesting, John Robertson again having a go at Momo Silla. Wanted to take the ball into the byline, get a bit of width from him as well. Hold the ball up and let the midfield come in and support.
Caballero. It's an untidy period of play from Dundee, and that frustration is setting in for them.
You're right, Rob. But you know, we keep talking about Dundee, the frailties of their play today, but the Celtic backfield have been immense. Jackie McNamara, Balde, Varga, those two in the middle especially, and Alan Thompson suits that left position really well.
It came off the head of Thompson, and Varga gave it straight back to him. Lee Wilkie with the throw. Taken on by Nemzadze.
It's now Rob, look down the left-hand side for Dundee. There's nobody there. Caballero trying to go into space. He should be able to play the ball into that area.
Caballero's cross. And it's a tame header from Nacho Novo. He had to go back to get there.
I'll tell you what, Rob, this is the first time Dundee hit the dead ball line. Caballero gets to the byline. From here, it's hard to defend. It's much more difficult to defend against. And Novo gets an opportunity to really get the header back across goal. Maybe it's his best option. He's not going to score from there, but can't even get it on target.
That's all about experience and know-how, isn't it? You look and you see two blue shirts alongside you, or goal threats. The header wasn't.
It's called picking the right option, Rob.
That's a foul by Silla on Mayer. Momo Silla wearing a very attractive plunging neckline on a Celtic strip after a little bit of grappling with Mayer. Hernandez always in a lot of room to receive the ball. Lofted in for Juan Sara. Varga got the header. Gavin Ray couldn't get the shot. Smith does. Deflected off Larsson, corner kick.
The good thing from Dundee this time, Rob, they pick up the second ball at the edge of the box. They haven't done that too often, and that creates the chance for the shot. And because they've had a go, they've won a corner kick.
Nemzadze to deliver. Caballero was heading that way. Hernandez with the second attempt at the cross. And again, no great power on the header, and no great save for Magnus Hedman to make.
It's an easy one eventually for the goalkeeper. Hernandez here, Rob. I thought he could have hit that, fired that back in towards the goal. You could get a deflection again, but look at the amount of Celtic bodies in there. Determined to put in a good challenge, not allowing a free header that Balde got to get the goal.
Smith finds Sara. Lead off to Ray. Quarter of an hour left for Dundee to find an equaliser. But Lovell lost it. And Biggie McDonald got it in a painful position.
A lot of 1-2 behind Larsson now.
Now 1 against 1. Momo Silla against Lee Wilkie. Good effort from Silla. Tried to surprise Speroni with the shot.
I think Momo could have done better here, Rob. I thought he could have took Lee Wilkie on 1-for-1. He's got lots of skill to go round about him. Looked a tired effort, actually.
Sara gives it away. Man of the match telephone number 09011 110876. You could be a prize winner if your choice agrees with Sandy's. You've got 50 minutes left to decide. Pressure's on you.
Well, at this moment, Rob, I've just about made my mind up. Can't tell you who yet.
Dundee free kick against Silla. Already taken. It was 1-0 Celtic here a year ago in a match that was live on the BBC, and it's looking like heading that way again. Let's hear from Chick.
Yeah, we're going to get changes galore here. First for Dundee, Mark Fotheringham coming on, Steve Lovell going off. And just as that ball goes out of play, I can tell you there'll be a Celtic substitution coming up shortly as well. Sean Maloney's coming on. I don't know quite yet who he'll be replacing, but maybe somebody up front.
Fanshawe took a blow in the face there from Bobo Balde as the Celtic defender ushered the ball behind. So it's to be the former Celtic player then, Fotheringham, who's going to come on as replacement for Steve Lovell. And remember, in April, it was a former Celtic player who scored Dundee's equaliser. That time it was Mark Burchill. And Mark Fotheringham hoping he can do the business. And it's going to be Sean Maloney for Stilian Petrov. Maloney will be disappointed to have been left out of the starting lineup, with John Hartson ready to go. Martin O'Neill going for his most experienced front combination. Maloney, who got the winner for the Scotland under-21s in Germany on Tuesday night.
I'm a little bit surprised at that one, Rob. I thought Stilian Petrov was getting about the park fairly well, making good tackles.
Remember, you can see all the Saturday goals and reaction, interviews, analysis, all the rest from 4:30 Sports Scene results. That's the first place every Saturday at that time to see your first football action from the Bank of Scotland Premier League.
Just look at the Celtic change, Rob. Momo Siller's now going wide right. Sean Maloney will play up front, and Liam Miller's in beside Neil Lennon, centre midfield.
Again, use of the ball from Dundee, a big disappointment. They've lost it, can they recapture it? Because Celtic have the lead, and at the moment heading for 3 points. Celtic putting in a hard shift before they head for Munich. And Wednesday's Champions League opener against Bayern. A lot of glamour games to come for both Celtic and Rangers. And of course, Dundee and Hearts in the UEFA Cup. Dundee, we hear, are going to make another change. And here's the man who can tell you all about it.
Well, this time it is Barry Smith who's coming off, and Gary Brady coming on. So obviously Jim Duffy feels he's got to go for it in the last 10 or 11 minutes, so that's a change about to be made.
You'd get there eventually. Maloney against Wilkie, little and large.
It's a handball, Rob. Maloney taking an advantage.
The skipper's off. He'll want to give the armband to somebody else, I think. Yep. And Gavin Ray will take over the captaincy as Smith gives way. And Gary Brady is the replacement. Let's throw the dice really for Jim Duffy.
Interesting just to see how Dundee are going to shape up now, Rob. We've got so many attacking forward type players on the pitch. But the one thing about it, if they throw high balls into the box, really I can't see them getting a lot of joy from that. It's got to be from wide areas for me. They quickly with the pass and get it wide and try to get it in the box from the dead ball line.
The play from Maloney.
That's great play from the youngster. All he wants here is to win a throw-in. Let's his team get up the field a little bit, try and play in the Dundee half for a precious few minutes, try and run the game out.
A bit of first team experience, still only 20, Maloney. Will he get his chance at Celtic though to be a first team regular? It's a big question. Doing his damnedest.
Still has it.
Stopped by Hernandez in the end. Sila's shot took a deflection. And that's well stopped by Speroni. Dundee will spend a mighty frustrating Saturday night if they don't get something out of this, because so many passes have gone astray for them, especially in the second half, and they've asked so few questions of the Celtic defence.
Well, I don't think they can complain, Rob, the way the games went. Celtic certainly deserved to win the game the way things have gone, because they have scored the goal, and Dundee have had lots of possession, lots of opportunity, but really haven't hurt the Celtic backline at all. If you don't hurt them, you don't have a chance of scoring.
Free kick for Neil Lennon, and a mighty impressive show from Celtic as well.
Yeah, defensively, shape-wise, Rob, the Celtic Martin O'Neill normally plays three at the back. He's playing a back four today, and after the initial start to the game where Novo was catching him over the top, they've defended really well. Really impressed with Bobo Balde and Stan Varga in the heart of the defence.
Was that a wee man of the match clue, I wonder? Not sure. McNamara for Maloney. Celtic's throw, and they're playing the game in Dundee's half, which suits the title contenders fine. Celtic looking to get the title back, having lost out by the narrowest of margins last season to Rangers on that dramatic final day.
As he plays forward, Rob, I'm looking again at the Celtic back four. They're just sitting in their shape, holding the four players back there, denying any chance of any Dundee break.
Varga playing his part alongside Balde in the central position. McNamara and Thompson on either side.
There's a disagreement between the referee and the assistant. I wonder who'll win this one. I wonder if that's the referee he's pointing at.
I hope he wasn't waving the finger at Dougie McDonald there. I don't think he has to really, because they are wired up. As you can see, Dougie McDonald's got an earpiece in there. Not taking advice from us, but listening to his officials sometimes. Dundee have to summon up one final effort. It's Mark Fotheringham. No way through. Neil Lennon thumps it clear. Happy to do so.
Rob, watching the way Celtic are having to play now, it won't do them any harm maybe looking to Wednesday night's game in Munich, where they're going to have to defend well, and if Martin decides I want to play a four, he's had a great experience in that today, great practice for them.
Yet again, an unbelievable pass from Georgi Nemzante. How he expected Hernandez to do anything with that, we'll never know.
The daft thing about it is, Rob, how often have we seen it happen? That man there hasn't really passed the ball well at all. But, up until the order off, there wasn't a lot in the game. Dundee were more of a threat, really, when it was 11 against 11.
Balde clears this time. Lee Mayer's after it. Dundee in a hurry, they have to be. Six minutes or so away from the full-time whistle. Gary Brady. Dundee's front men wriggling around looking for room. But they also need some supply. Ray trying to chip it over the head of Sila. Shot blocked from Fotheringham. Larsson cleared. And Henrik Larsson just moving awkwardly there for a moment. Wilkie nips in ahead of Maloney.
I tell you, Rob, Henrik Larsson's got a real problem.
Henrik Larsson is in big bother. He's in big trouble. He's lying down outside the penalty area. He just froze, unable to move there for a moment. Something had jammed up, and this could be a massive problem for Celtic and a massive problem for Larsson. Is it cramp or is it something more serious?
I'd be surprised if it was cramp, Rob. It was the way he kicked the ball. He seemed to stretch something badly. It might have brought on cramp the way the missed kick almost that he had. You could see he tried to run it off. He tried to get on with the game, but it was in real pain. It's not like him. I think it's maybe in his groin area, Rob, to be honest with you.
Celtic don't need this if it's anything serious. The hope is that it's nothing more sinister than cramp. This was the moment when Larsson pulled up.
He doesn't connect with the ball properly, Rob. You can see him right away. It's happening as soon as he made connection with the ball. You have to work out just where, and he's blocked half of his body. He's got the problem.
So many big games coming up for Celtic that you don't need me to tell you this is a huge concern for Martin O'Neill and for Larsson's teammates, the Celtic support. To lose Larsson would have a major impact on Celtic's Champions League chances. And the Celtic manager anxiously awaiting news as Larsson hobbles to the touchline.
We'll see it again here, Rob. I think it's after he made contact with the ball, the way he's turned, lost his footing slightly. I think I've got a funny feeling that he's kind of groin here, as if he's twisted something high up.
Well, Martin O'Neill raised his eyebrows there as if to say to Henrik Larsson, let me know and let me know now. That's the problem. And talking of problems, what about road problems, Chick, on the way back? What's the story?
Well, of course, this game was delayed for a half hour because of an incident. The road closed the main 80 at Glen Eagles. I've just been advised by the match commander here at Dens Park that the road will remain closed for later in the afternoon, and that supporters making their way back from Dens Park to the west of Scotland are advised to take an alternative route.
Don't take this the wrong way, but how are you getting home? Hernandez cross, headed away by Varga. In from Nemzadze. And standing firm that time for Celtic was Jackie McNamara. They've defended so well. They have to continue to do so for the final few minutes to secure 3 points. And if they do win here, Celtic, they will look upon this as a very valuable victory. A triple B. Nemzadze's corner. Out came Hedman, didn't get anything on it. Brady couldn't keep the shot down. And in a match of mistakes by Dundee and missed opportunity, here's another one.
Well, again, he's got to get on target. This sums up Dundee today, Rob. Gary Brady trying to fire the shot off, trying to put it back into the bodies, get it on target, but take the pressure off Celtic again by miscuing and putting it over the bar.
And still, Magnus Hedman hasn't had a save to make.
No, he hasn't. That's got to be the biggest concern for Jim Duffy. Lots of possession, but no real penetration whatsoever.
4 minutes to be added. So that certainly opens a new door of opportunity for Dundee with 1 minute left of regulation time, but a total of 5 remaining.
Martin will be quite pleased that Henrik Larsson's back on the pitch, Rob. Doesn't look too free his movement, but he's on the pitch. He's playing up front now. Sean Maloney's playing wide left. There's been a fair bit of moving about from Martin O'Neill today, as in he's never changed the shape of his team, but he's changed the personnel, and they've all played well.
Certainly a relief to see Larsson back on the pitch. Man of the match, I think it might be this man, is it?
Well, you're right, Rob. There's been a few really good defenders performing well for Celtic today, but Stanislav Varga, for me, has been the top man. He's looked very impressive, use of the ball, defended well, got in front of the Dundee strikers to win the ball so often, and stopped his goalkeeper having to work at all. He's my bank of Scotland man of the match.
Making the most of his opportunity, Stan Varga, with Mjalby and Valharan and Laurson all missing, and Stephen Craney taken off injured in the first half. Celtic are given the free kick, which doesn't go down too well with the Dundee supporters.
I think referee gets this one right as well, Rob. Maloney wins the ball first. I think it's there, that's why he's given a free kick rather than that second pull from Maloney.
Well, we think Celtic were without Mjalby and Valharan and Laurson and Lambert and Sutton. Agat sent off in the first half, Craney taken off in the first half. It really is some performance from Celtic under all sorts of pressure, but they've never shown any signs of cracking.
No, they deserve all 3 points, Rob, but something by the way they've defended, the shape of their team, and they took the advantage to Bilbo Balde's goal. But when you look, as you say, when you look at Was it 1 o'clock we kicked off today? I can't remember now. But just before kick-off, you were more than settled for a good performance and sneaking 3 points. But Celtic have really worked so hard.
I know you kicked off at 12:30, but some of us were a wee bit later.
Henrik Larsson struggling again.
Back to Nemzadze from Ray. Georgi Nemzadze not having an enjoyable second half. Liam Miller for Celtic. Taking the ball for a run and then getting a hold of Gary Brady. A foul by the Celtic midfielder. Getting Donald quickly across to make sure there were no afters.
Well, I haven't seen too much of Liam Miller, but I've been really impressed today. He's played really well.
Scored pre-season against Arsenal. And he looks a bright prospect after a few years of injury problems. Now seems ready to flourish for Celtic. They've spent a lot of time and money developing young players like him, and having got through, hopefully for him, his worst injury problems, he looks a player of some maturity and a fair bit of assurance in midfield. Two minutes added so far, 2 to go. 2 minutes between Celtic and 3 priceless Premier points. What can Dundee do about it? Nemzadze for Lee Wilkie, who's pushed up. And Neil Lennon. Well, you want Neil Lennon in your team in these sort of situations, don't you? It's like trench warfare.
Yeah, he battles away, Neil, doesn't he? Doesn't go on too well with a lot of other supporters of other clubs, but he's a good professional.
Nemzadze again launches it in, looking for Lee Wilkie. And again, Celtic defend it superbly. But again, from Dundee, it's route one, it's pretty predictable.
Yep. Got Lee Wilkie up there, obviously trying to find him with a high ball and maybe pick up something off the headers.
Miller against Nemzadze. A bit of chest control from Spurley. He could play outfield. He may well be outfield shortly. Sara with the header. Wilkie tries to get on the end of it. Varga was there though. A tangle between Caballero and Silla. Mir this time. Missed by Balde. It's not missed though by McNamara. And that's a foul on Silla, which gives Celtic some relief.
I think Jorge Hernandez is trying to see that Momo Salah dives here. Interesting, we'll see it again. Salah attacks the ball well. Nah, he just catches his foot, doesn't he?
Dundee may have had their last chance because time is almost up at Dens. It's been a quite compelling 90 minutes, or 94 if you prefer. Free kick against Larsson. It's the last chance saloon, in fact, has gone beyond it. Full time at Dens. And if Martin O'Neill's Celtic go on to win the title, they might just look back on this September afternoon at Dens as being crucial to that championship challenge. Bobo Balde scores the only goal. Stan Varga turned in a man of the match performance in central defence. Celtic had to do a lot of defending, but in truth, Dundee missed a massive opportunity here to produce another outstanding result against the old firm. Jim Duffy will reflect long and hard on the opportunity his team had here against 10-man Celtic, but quite simply Dundee didn't have the ideas or the ingenuity or that little creative spark in the final third to get something from the game, and all the credit goes to Celtic. One man down after the sending off of Didier Agat. They kept their shape. They were a very compact and solid unit, and in the final analysis Dundee found it impossible to break them down. 1-0 Celtic.